In other news, they have long been a symbol of American might and freedom.
But the bald eagles nesting at Norfolk Botanical Garden represent a potential problem that has local, state, and federal agencies looking for a solution. 10 on your side's Art Kahn joins us now. Art, how many eagles are we talking about?
Well, Nicole, there's only one nesting pair at Norfolk Botanical Gardens, but their proximity to the airport has officials concerned. Chopper attendants flying over that area right now to show you how close the runway is to the area where the eagles live. You can see it's no problem for the camera to pan over and show you that. Now, there have been a number of eagle strikes involving planes at the airport, both in Norfolk and Newport News. The most recent incident in April of last year, when a female eagle thought to be returning to the nest with food for her baby eaglets collided with a plane about to land. The eagle was killed, and the landing gear on the U.S. Airways flight sustained some damage, but the plane did land safely. Now officials are working to hatch a plan they hope will improve safety for both people and eagles. Native Americans hold an annual ceremony to honor the nesting eagles here, but all this could soon be history.
The bottom line is trying to provide airline safety. The USDA, the FAA, the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries would like to see the eagles moved farther away from the airport.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the number of eagle strikes involving aircraft in Virginia has risen dramatically. From 1997 to 2009, there were 7 eagle strikes reported statewide. In just the last 2 years, there have been 7 eagle strikes in Virginia, 5 in the Norfolk Newport News area alone. A USDA spokesperson tells 10 on your side that the dramatic rise in the number of eagle strikes have led them to the conclusion that it would be best to remove the eagle nests from the Norfolk Botanical Gardens and begin a process of dispersal.
It means that there could be some, once the nest is removed, there will be activities undertaken to keep the birds from trying to re-nest.
There are public safety concerns as well, as evidenced by this photograph of the damage to a commercial airliner that struck a large bird while landing at Denver International Airport just 2 weeks ago.
Obviously don't want to do anything or encourage anything that's going to jeopardize airline safety. We're in a situation where, you know, it's between a rock and a hard place.
We understand that people really love the birds and love the eagles, but we don't want to love the eagles to death.
Of the 14 eagle strikes reported in Virginia since 1997, 9 eagles were killed and 2 severely injured. Although there was significant damage to some aircraft, there were no fatal crashes associated with any of those strikes. Now, not everyone thinks relocating the birds is possible. Dr. Brian Watts with the Center of Conservation Biology at the College of William and Mary tells me they will go right back since they've been there for years. Watts says you could cut down every tree at the Botanical Garden and they would find a nearby rooftop to nest on. He says the only option is to keep the birds in captivity or put them down. The USDA and the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries, though, believe they can be relocated. However, a final decision will be up to the city of Norfolk. Nicole, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
Difficult situation there. All right, thanks, Art. USDA has more information about their plan to relocate the nesting eagles, and we have provided a link for you to that site on wavy.com.